Most dogs do not lose trust in one dramatic moment. More often, it happens quietly. A pause at the doorway, a small flinch when your hand moves too fast, a dog that still comes near you, but not with the same softness as before. That is what makes this topic so important. Some of the habits that affect dogs the most do not look cruel on the surface. They look ordinary. They look harmless. Sometimes, they even look funny. But to a dog, repeated stress, confusion, pressure, or discomfort can slowly change how safe the world feels. Welcome to Mr. Hidden Mind, where we look beneath behavior and uncover the emotion hidden inside it. Today, we are counting down 10 everyday mistakes that can slowly damage your dog's trust. This is not about blaming owners. It is about noticing what dogs may be telling us before bigger problems begin. And one quick note before we start. This isn't a diagnosis, but it can help you tell the difference between normal attachment and behavior that may need support. And if your dog's behavior changes suddenly, or if you suspect pain, fear, or chronic stress, it is always best to speak with a qualified veterinarian or a certified behavior professional. Stay until the end, because the number one mistake is often done with good intentions. And that is exactly why so many people miss it. 10. When correction starts to feel threatening, dogs do not only respond to words, they respond to tone, posture, speed, tension, and pattern. To us, a raised voice may feel like frustration. To a dog, it may feel like the room suddenly became unsafe. That does not mean every firm voice causes harm, but when correction becomes loud, unpredictable, or emotionally charged, many dogs stop focusing on what we want them to learn and start focusing on avoiding pressure. You may notice it in small ways. A dog hangs back instead of greeting you. They avoid eye contact more often. They freeze, crouch, or become unusually slow when you sound upset. Owners sometimes assume, "My dog knows he was wrong." Sometimes that is less about guilt and more about tension. The dog may simply be reacting to your emotional intensity. A useful goal is not just to stop behavior. It is to teach clearly without making the dog feel unsafe. A practical rule: be calm, be brief, be consistent. Interrupt the behavior. Show the alternative. Reward the recovery. Clear guidance usually teaches more than emotional force. 9. Just repeating playful things your dog may not enjoy. Some dogs tolerate teasing better than others, but tolerance is not the same as enjoyment. Fake throwing the ball over and over, blowing in their face, taking a toy and hiding it while they search, waking them just to get a reaction, calling them over only to annoy them. To a human, these can look like tiny jokes. To a dog, they may create repeated confusion. Dogs build confidence through patterns. When the pattern becomes unclear, trust can weaken. The ball should have been thrown, but it was not. Your hand reached out, but not for comfort. Your voice invited them over, but the interaction was unpleasant. Over time, some dogs may become more hesitant, more watchful, or more protective of their space and objects. That does not always mean the dog has a bad attitude. Sometimes it means the dog has learned that human attention can be unpredictable. A simple check is this: when you interact with your dog, do they move toward you with ease, or do they brace for what might happen next? That question often reveals more than owners expect. 8. Missing pain because the dog still seems functional. One of the easiest mistakes to make is assuming that if a dog is still eating, walking, or wagging, they must be fine. But dogs can continue doing normal things while still dealing with discomfort. Pain does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like slower movement, avoiding stares, resisting grooming, turning away from touch, licking paws more often, becoming restless at night, acting more irritable during routine handling. These changes are easy to miss when they happen gradually. Dental discomfort, ear irritation, skin problems, sore joints, and overgrown nails can all affect behavior. And when discomfort goes unrecognized, some dogs begin to associate touch, movement, or daily routines with stress. That can affect trust in subtle ways. A dog may become more guarded during brushing, less patient during handling, more sensitive when approached suddenly. This is why basic care matters so much. Check the mouth, check the ears, watch how your dog walks, sits, and lies down. Notice whether they avoid certain movements or seem less comfortable being touched in familiar ways. And before assuming a behavior issue is purely emotional, ask an important question. Could discomfort be part of the picture? 7. So constantly changing the spaces that help your dog feel secure. Dogs do not just live in a home, they learn it. They learn where rest happens, where food appears, where recovery feels safe, where they can settle without being disturbed. That favorite bed by the wall, the quiet corner near the couch, the crate that smells familiar, these places often matter more than people realize. In some homes, these anchors change all the time. The bed gets moved, the crate gets relocated, the food bowl shifts from room to room. Their resting area keeps getting taken over by guests, kids, or noise. Of course, dogs can adapt. Many do. But frequent, unnecessary disruption may make some dogs more unsettled, especially sensitive dogs or dogs already dealing with stress. You might notice pacing, clinginess, restlessness, or difficulty settling fully. A helpful practice is simple. Give your dog one space that stays predictable, not a space they are occasionally allowed to use, a space they can count on. The more predictable a dog's environment feels, the easier it often is for their nervous system to relax. 6. Inconsistency that leaves the dog guessing. This one causes more confusion than many owners realize. The dog is allowed on the couch one day, then punished for it the next. One family member rewards jumping, another gets angry about it. Begging works sometimes, fails other times, and gets scolded on stressful days. From a human point of view, these may feel like small differences. From a dog's point of view, the rules keep changing. And when the rules keep changing, learning gets messy. Some dogs become pushier because persistence worked before. Some become hesitant because they are no longer sure what is safe. Some appear stubborn when they are actually confused. Dogs learn through repeated outcomes. If the meaning of a cue or boundary shifts too often, many dogs struggle to understand what is expected. Consistency does not mean being harsh. It means being readable. Use the same cue for the same behavior. Keep boundaries predictable. Follow through calmly. A dog who understands the pattern usually has an easier time relaxing inside it. 5. Using too much control and not enough guidance. This is where many well-meaning owners get stuck. Pulling sharply on the leash, using physical pressure too quickly, trying to dominate the dog, punishing warning signals instead of understanding them. These methods can sometimes stop behavior in the short term, that is true. But stopping a behavior is not always the same as solving the reason behind it. A dog who stops growling under pressure may not feel safer. They may simply learn that signaling discomfort does not work. That is a problem because warning signals matter. They are part of how dogs communicate before a situation gets worse. In many cases, fear, confusion, pain, frustration, or overstimulation are sitting underneath the behavior owners are trying to control. A more useful question is not only, how do I stop this? It is also, what is making this hard for my dog right now? Too much pressure? Not enough distance? Unclear timing? A trigger that is too strong? A dog who is already tired, stressed, or uncomfortable? Good training is not just about reducing behavior. It is about increasing understanding. Then dogs often learn best when they feel safe enough to think. 4. Letting play become too intense without helping your dog come back down. Play is healthy. Play builds connection. Play can even teach self-control. But play is not always harmless just because it starts out fun. Sometimes excitement rises faster than regulation. The dog gets rougher. The mouth gets harder. The body gets stiffer. The pauses disappear. The eyes lose softness. The dog stops checking in and starts flooding with arousal. This is the moment many owners miss. They are waiting for obvious aggression, but often the earlier sign is loss of control. That is especially common in puppies and adolescent dogs. Hands become toys. Clothes become targets. Chasing gets frantic. The dog struggles to disengage once fully activated. The answer is not to avoid play entirely. The answer is structure. Use simple start and stop routines. Pause before your dog becomes overwhelmed. Reward moments of calm. Teach that stepping away is part of the game too. One of the most useful life skills a dog can learn is this: I can get excited and still settle when asked. That skill helps far beyond play. 3. Interrupting sleep and recovery too often. Dogs need more rest than many people think. Not only sleep, but real downtime, quiet time, recovery time. Time when no one is asking anything from them. But in many homes, dogs are interrupted constantly. A phone in their face, a child waking them for fun, a visitor stepping over them, an owner calling them over the second they finally settle. Some dogs cope with this better than others. But repeated interruption can leave certain dogs more reactive, more tired, and less patient over time. A dog who seems moody in the evening may not be difficult. They may simply be running low on coping capacity. If your dog startles more easily, struggles to settle, becomes mouthier, or seems more irritable later in the day, it may be worth looking at how much genuine rest they are getting. A calm dog is not only built through training, sometimes it is built through better recovery. Let them sleep. Let them decompress. Protect their quiet time the way you would protect healing. 2. Turning fear or discomfort into content. Many people do not mean any harm when they dress a dog up, prank them, surprise them, or film their reaction to something confusing. But from the dog's point of view, some of these moments may feel much less harmless than they look on camera. A costume may restrict movement. A prank may create confusion. A loud surprise may trigger fear. A strange object placed in their path may make the environment feel less predictable. Some dogs seem fine with this, others are clearly not. The problem is that owners sometimes focus on the reaction and miss the emotional cost behind it. If your dog lowers their body, avoids eye contact, freezes, backs away, pants, licks their lips, or becomes unusually still, those are signs worth respecting. A good rule is simple. If your dog looks uncomfortable, the content is not worth it. Home should feel like a place where your dog can recover, not a place where unexplained stress keeps showing up for entertainment. 1. Forcing closeness before your dog feels ready. This may be the most common mistake of all, especially when people mean well. A guest arrives, a baby comes home, a new partner moves in, a stranger reaches for the dog, a child rushes over, another dog is introduced too fast, and the human says, "It's okay, go say hi." But comfort does not happen on command. Dogs often need time, space, scent, observation, and choice before they feel truly safe with something new. When we hold them in place, push them forward, or ignore their hesitation, we may accidentally teach them an important lesson. My signals do not change what happens. That can affect trust more deeply than people realize. At first, the dog may turn away, freeze, yawn, lick their lips, or try to create distance. If those softer signals are ignored often enough, some dogs may respond more strongly the next time. That does not always mean the dog is aggressive. Sometimes it means the dog has learned that subtle communication was not enough. A safer approach is slower. Let the dog observe first. Let scent come before contact. Let approach be a choice. And if the dog wants space, respect it. Retreat is not failure. It is information. Very often, trust grows when a dog learns that you will not force closeness before they are ready. And that is the deeper truth behind this entire video. Dogs are communicating all the time, often in ways people overlook. Through posture, through stillness, through movement, through distance, through blinking, yawning, lip licking, leaning in, or leaning away. The problem is usually not that dogs say nothing. It is that humans often wait for a bigger reaction before they start listening. If you recognize some of your own mistakes in this video, do not panic. Most owners have things to learn. That is normal. What matters is what you do next. Slow down. Notice more. Make your cues clearer. Make your dog's environment more predictable. Protect rest. Respect hesitation. And when something feels off, get support early instead of waiting for it to become a bigger problem. Because trust is rarely built in one grand moment. It is built in everyday experiences that teach your dog one simple message. Around you, I am safe. That is what we explore here on Mr. Hidden Mind. Not just what animals do, but what they may be feeling underneath it. If this video helped you see your dog differently, subscribe to Mr. Hidden Mind. And in the comments, tell me this. What is one subtle signal your dog gives that you understand better now? Sometimes the quietest behavior reveals the deepest truth.